The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Is brought to you by All Pro Roofing. AllProRoofingLLC.com on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. All right. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Sports Concepts and Rationalizations coming your way. We call it the 10-minute drill. And after we exchange these, do we have a gift to hand out today?
Dan.
Yes, sir.
In honor of the presenter of today's gift, it would be my pleasure.
Okay.
As we'll be hooking you up with a Chick-fil-A prize pack that includes gift cards for breakfast, lunch, and dessert for two.
Oh, wonderful. CFA. Our one-to-one financial poll question today, best part of the Jags win. Kept the first overall pick. Knocked the Colts out of the playoffs. Trevor's first half or 6 sacks. This surprised me, the voting results surprised
All right, what
me.
are my choices again?
Kept the first overall pick.
I don't care about that.
Knocked the Colts out of the playoffs.
I like that.
Trevor's first half or 6 sacks, 861 votes.
I would say Trevor.
I would too.
I thought he was a little more than the first half. The numbers were the first half.
Like 208 and 223.
Yeah, well, they ran it. He didn't
Well,
turn
I mean,
it
he threw
over.
for 15 yards. And he did nothing in the second half. I mean, just keeping it real. 44% like Trevor's first half.
That surprised you.
No, I thought it was 4.4. It's
Oh.
44. I thought it was low. 39% knocked the Colts out. 14% kept the first round pick. 3% say the 6 sacks. You can vote at Dan Hicken. So, yeah. No, I would have said Trevor's first half too. So but I thought it was a smaller than that. So,
By the way, update on the programming schedule announcement.
yes.
The decks are clear. Big Bo will once again be at his normally scheduled time, 8 a.m.
Oh, okay.
We had shuffled the decks.
We shuffled
The decks
them.
have been cleared.
Mm-hmm.
The decks are back in working order.
By the
Thank
way,
you,
just for people that wonder, the clown game was clown flop.
Well, yeah.
I mean, to the point that if I'd have shown up in a clown suit expecting some big momentous togetherness project, I would have been embarrassed. I would have been, oh, crap.
Not since the Guggen out.
Why am I the only one?
That's
Well, you support the clown out more than the Guggen out. So the Guggen out, that's a perfect example. I had 20 times more white shirts than there were clown suits yesterday. Yeah, that's how bad it was. But one thing that was interesting, the crowd showed up.
I know, it was a good crowd.
It was weird. It's a good crowd to be the last game of the year.
Yeah, it was a beautiful day, and it was wonderful.
I mean, I guess my point with the clown out is it's just a lesson in getting carried away with this loud. That's not a movement. There was no movement down there.
No.
To the point, I mean, we're talking about sponsors want to sue to get out because of this implication of this game. It's ridiculous. That's all.
It was just some passionate hardcore
I get it.
fans.
I'm not saying it's not,
who wanted
but they
to
didn't
try to
take
make
over
a
the
statement.
stadium.
No.
You don't get to, cancel your sponsorship because this will forever be known as
that
the
sponsor
clown
wanted
game.
out anyways. That was convenient.
Correct.
Yes,
but I'm
yes.
just saying it didn't show up with the kind of force that people may have feared.
No.
Like Shad Khan wouldn't notice. I did appreciate the little girl in the trivia contest.
Yeah,
That was incredible.
Let her feelings be made known.
She did. Although I will say,
Not all heroes wear capes, Jeff.
and I have no problem with that. I have no problem with the chants. I'm not big on yelling at the guy as he's leaving to go to his car, and that's
He hasn't been that bad. I mean, he hadn't had a chance to fail that badly.
that's crossing the line a little. I mean, it makes it more personal. Don't do that. If you can chant it all you want, you can scream it from the rooftops. I get it, man. I get it. But anyway, yeah. So look, I talked about it yesterday, and people disagree with me. I got the feeling he's staying. It looks to me like he's staying. I don't.
Well, if he's so involved in the interviews, I can't. Why? I mean, something will be amiss.
So somehow he may have convinced, and we talked yesterday about the stats. The last 5 teams he's been with have changed coaches each year.
Yeah, that like 5 years in a row that he's been on a
Harbaugh,
team.
Tom Sula, Kelly.
The last 5 years he's been in the front office. A coach has
and-
been fired or gone.
Now Urban. So 5 for 5.
And we talked about it over the weekend, but it really hadn't become as frontline a storyline when we left last week. But we have the first polarizing name on the coaching search that's popped up over the weekend. It looks like Bill O'Brien is.
He wouldn't be popular.
No, he wouldn't.
Wouldn't be. Now he's going to get they got a game tonight. I'm so happy there's another game tonight.
College game.
Any game. I'm happy. So, but anyway, yeah, he will interview this week, and I kind of get the feeling, like just reading between the lines and all the reports, are that he would be one of Balky's guys, and doesn't want any interest in personnel. Well, obviously not. No one will give you interest in person. Bill O'Brien, after what he
changed his mind all of a sudden?
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, doesn't want any interest in personnel?
Yeah.
I'm not. You believe that? I don't. He blew up a whole team because he wanted that.
Right. That's why. Well,
he only had it for
ruined it.
Well, he had it for 10 minutes, and they let him go.
Yeah. Well, because he killed it.
Correct.
Made one of the worst trades in NFL history.
I wouldn't trust that he doesn't want to have any say in personnel. Is all I'm saying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe not
anyway, that's the
GM per se, but
yeah, that's what's being put out. So we'll see what happens going forward. It's a process is underway. It's Black Monday. Things are going to happen, and we'll see.
Well, Zimmer's going to get it. Maybe Nagy gets it. I would imagine he does. Fangio got it yesterday.
Yeah.
There was another one they were saying that's pretty much.
Well, they were saying Cully.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, why would you? I don't know. Cully did a good job this year, in my opinion.
Well, they went 4.
Yeah, the Wizard. You never know. Jags have the number 1 pick. The Jets are 4-7, 4th and 7th, and the Giants are 5-8.
It's too bad there's not just somebody there's too bad there's not a quarterback at 1. It's too bad there's not a Trevor there again this year because they could get a king's ransom for it if there were.
Again, we got.
I don't
Trevor.
want the 1 pick. I just feel
we
as
got
a Jaguar
Trevor
fan that
last
I'm
year.
doomed.
It is what it is. We can't. The sun ain't gonna shine on a dog's rear end when you're bad every year.
I say it should.
Yeah.
Would have been nice.
Yeah, it would have been, but we don't.
There
I feel like we don't deserve it.
I feel like we're going to blow the pick.
Well, that's not.
Again, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sure we will. If we take Thibodeau, the pick should have been Hutchinson. If we take Hutchinson, it should have been Thibodeau. If we take one of those and don't take the receiver, he goes 4th and catches 110 balls next year. It's just kind of the aura.
Yeah.
That we carry around with us. It's got to change, and I think that's part of the frustration level of there not being a clean sweep when the coach was gone and the GM to go with him.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It doesn't. Well, it is what it is. So we'll see what happens going forward, and as the news breaks, we'll have it here on 1010XL 92.5 FM. We've been through this coaching search a lot lately.
Well, I'd like to see him make a move, Dan. Seriously. Had a long time. We've been going through this. Is there going to be a second round? I asked a question yesterday. I'm not sure of the answer. Is Shad Khan in on every minute of every meeting with every coach?
I don't know.
I don't either. And if not, who is then? Balky or just Balky or? I don't know. The one thing that you said about Balky and all these coaches, the reason that gives you pause, it's certainly there's some stability there that's missing.
Yeah.
What's going on around the corner? Oh, it's COVID testing? Sorry, I digress. I'm watching the news up there, and right up here at the corner of Southside and Hogan, they've got they're all set up there. So anyway, I've lost my train of thought on the COVID testing. Jeez. I expect you to know you're a mogul. You work for the TV news industry.
I'm not even looking at it. So the Jaguars end the season 3-14, and while it's a feel good, the reality is they stink and they have the number 1 overall pick. So we have to kind of couch what happened yesterday. And you do wonder a little bit, and I'll ask Baselli this in 20 minutes, but if you can play like that, couldn't you play like that 2 more times and be 5-12, and then we would have been on pace?
Yeah.
You beat 3 teams with winning records.
No, I get it.
You knocked the Dolphins and the Colts out of the playoffs.
The Dolphins and Colts were true wins. It still just feels like the Bills game was we scored 9 points. Didn't get a touchdown.
They won the game because the defense, which gave up 11 yesterday, but really 3, gave up 6 against the Bills. The defense was capable of playing like this, and there has to be something now. There has to be something to the Colts coming down here.
I can't believe
because they come down here at all different times.
I believed it.
And one of the times they came down here was in London, so it makes no sense to me. And the Jags have beaten Luck in the streak and Rivers in the streak, and some good quarterbacks along the way with the Colts. And we got Cody Kessler out dueling Andrew Luck one
6-0.
time.
There's some thought that it's the most embarrassing loss in Colts history.
That's what they were saying.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
The Jags, listen, This is an historically bad team the last few weeks.
Yeah, 8
We're not
losses in a row.
Bad,
No signs.
like double-digit
No
losses.
signs of them playing well.
I literally encourage the entire world to sell everything they own and assume the Jags lose by 3 touchdowns last week.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yet they come back this week and win by 15.
It's probably more the Colts' worst loss in franchise history than the Jags' stunning wins in franchise history.
Yeah, I'd say so too.
You know?
The Jags have had better wins. It just seems so much because we had been so bad. And 3 weeks ago, the Colts looked like they might be as good as anyone in the AFC. Look, yesterday,
Week-to-week league, bro.
Yesterday was a killer for the Colts, sure. But it was just equally as damaging losing at home to the Raiders the week before. The Raiders aren't all that good either. You had them at home.
Yeah.
Christmas night, wasn't it? Or New Year's night, whatever it was.
You got to win that one.
Got to win that one, man.
They went from like a 95% chance of making the playoffs to not making it.
The
And all they
Steelers,
needed was a win.
when it started yesterday, the Steelers had like a 9% chance. But that's all based on no one thinks the Colts are losing to the Jags.
Correct. Not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
The Jags took the opening kick and went right down the field and made it 7-0, and it was the best drive of the year. And then Trevor kept playing like the best half of his life in the NFL, and he had 208 passing yards. And by the way, he was 23 of 32, and he very easily could have been 27 of 32.
Oh, man,
he
bunch of
threw
drops.
a touchdown pass to Laviska Shenault that was
Yeah.
almost as good as the
When he turned, he dropped it.
almost as good as the trick play that they ran where the snap was purposefully high. He bobbles it in the air, and then they let their guy come get him, and he runs away from him and throws it in the back. That was a trick play.
Did it dawn on you when that play went on? Because it immediately hit me, and I had to, I was watching the game with the boys. I had to show them on. That was the catch.
It did not dawn on me, no.
It looked just like it. It looks just like, except for the dip and the spin.
Yeah.
Montana took the snap from the 5,
Yeah.
rolled out to the right,
Yeah.
got pressured, threw
Yeah.
off his back foot, crossing
Yeah.
his legs to Clark, who was streaking across the back of the end zone. Remarkably similar. You could almost put them, you could superimpose one over the other.
It was a heck of a throw, but earlier in the game, he was getting pressure down inside. Again, the red zone offense was terrible, but he steps up. And, I mean, he went option. Oh, look, there's Laviska in the corner. Slung it to Laviska and went right through his hands. It's a touchdown.
Right, I know. Well, no, he caught it and dropped it as he was trying to stretch it across. It was worse. He, had controlled the ball here, Dan, but he was going to make sure that he lifted. And when he did that, it fumbled out of his hand. He dropped another. And somehow, by the way, there he was on the hands team. I don't know who that call whose call that is. But
I saw him before.
What the first incompletion hit Treadwell right in the breadbasket.
Yeah, I saw him before the game, Laviska Shenault. By the way, he looks a lot like Derrick Henry. But he is put together well. I mean, he has some quads and some calves. Yeah. He's a physical specimen, but he just doesn't have the speed to play the position that they need him to play, and then his hands are terrible. He had a terribly disappointing season this year. Terribly disappointing. He's
to the point that I don't want him as part of the future.
No, you can't figure him out.
Marvin Jones may play his way into hopefully he's the third or fourth receiver. If you can get a great rookie, if you can sign a free agent, and you bring back DJ Chark, suddenly you got 4 guys.
You got to go sign Mike Williams from the Chargers. He's like the best one available, I think, if he leaves. You go get him. You draft a couple. You re-sign DJ to something. And all of a sudden you're and when I say you go draft a couple, one of them's got to be a high
And by
pick.
the way, if you get Williams and you draft 1 or 2 and you have DJ, if you keep
then you keep Marvin and then
you can
got
keep
5
Marvin
guys.
and Treadwell and Chark with that, and you'll be fine. I mean, you're getting down to 5th or 6th.
Marvin
at
has a
that point.
2-year deal,
right? So unless you make a move, he would stay. I don't see why he shouldn't.
Yeah. So there's a lot. Rebuild is on again. And Walker Little played fairly well. It looked like to me. Again, I'm not an X's and O's expert, especially on the offensive line, but didn't look like he was making mistakes. He had a couple seal blocks I saw that I thought were pretty good. So
and the rave reviews on him really started pouring in after we had breakfast with Baselli last week. So be interesting to get Tony's opinion on that too.
Anyway, so that was good. So now you decide, okay, is he going to be my left tackle? Do I let Cam walk? But again, I always say be careful about that. If you got a piece of the puzzle, the Jags need so many pieces that why throw away a good piece to the puzzle? I just don't. Doesn't make sense to me, but
no, keep the 3. I mean,
I
thought Juwan Taylor played great yesterday. From only because I didn't see him getting whooped.
Yeah,
I mean, only sacked 1 time. Trevor had a lot of time. He just looked like it just clicked yesterday. Like his movement in the pocket seemed a
Like-
little bit more.
I mean, again, and Rock Armstead's
ran
been
at the
through
right
a lot,
time.
but Rock Armstead looked quicker. Marvin Jones played like his hair was on fire, especially, I know he wanted to get those
Well,
catches.
We told you that. First quarter, he'll have 4.
Yeah, he had 3 on the first
Yeah.
drive. Bang, bang, bang. I mean,
What a drive.
but again, a 3rd and 10 and a 3rd and 12 they convert
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
That's very rare. Usually,
You know what? You can almost say that's where the Colts lost the game, letting them convert and get any kind of momentum. And I think what always happens if you're that team, you always think, well, we'll win.
in the history of the Jaguars, think about this, guys. How many times have you guys called in, tweeted, text, screamed, ranted, and raved, listened to us say the same thing? On 3rd and 10 or 3rd and 12, we throw a 5-yard out.
Yeah.
And
Not
we-
this time.
No. I mean, he hit Jones twice for first downs. It was beautiful.
And sadly, with all of that we've all the improvement that we saw come to fruition yesterday, it'll be a complete new system, a complete new playbook, and a new coaching staff.
You wanna
when
keep
we
the
start
momentum
next year.
going?
No, I'm just saying it will be definitely.
Yeah.
It's not like you can carry over
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the same personnel.
Yeah. I would tell.
I don't know.
I would tell everybody involved with the Jaguars. I would quote former Nets owner or maybe current Nets owner, whatever that Ruski's
Don't let
name
the door
is.
hit you where the good Lord split you.
Amen.
Yeah,
Amen.
that's fair. All right, we'll come back with more.
Beef, let's do caller number 3 if you're feeling hungry.
Call number 3 right now, 641-1010.
Maybe you're hangry.
Maybe you're hangry.
Maybe
Not
you're-
today.
Yeah,
No,
because what do you get?
Today's the day for celebration.
Oh.
Let's fill your belly with joy.
Oh.
As we've got a Chick-fil-A prize pack for today's winner.
Yeah.
That includes gift cards for breakfast, lunch, and dessert for 2. On us.